What's up, guys? Sonny here again. This week we are having a massive card, a big time card. If you guys don't know what is happening this week, UFC 311 is on the horizon. I mean, these are big fights. Although they are not on paper, you say the most eye-catching fighters, because when you talk of eye-catching, you're talking of Conor McGregor, you're talking of Israel, the last time bender, you're talking of Alex Poatan, people who make people want to watch a fight, because of their aura, because of their way they live. But this fight, this week, has massive fights. Massive fight. I'm just going to talk about these three main events, and I think the three main events are just big time fight. These are potential main events. Each on the three of fight. They could easily, because if you look at the third co-main event, they are fighting 2x light heavyweight champion. So this could potentially be one of the most stacked card of the year 2025. Although we'll talk about they are not the most best when it comes to selling fights, but their fights already, their recent fights, their recent victories made them where they are today. So let's talk about the third co-main event between Hiri Prohaska and Jamal Hill. We all know the history between these two. We all know that these two have been wanting to fight each other for a long time. I mean, when Hiri Prohaska was the champion, he wanted to fight Jamal Hill. When Jamal Hill was the champion, he wanted to face Hiri Prohaska until that man, Alex Poatan Pereira, got into that division and just devastated every fighters over there. Won 5 of them. Like, it's crazy what Poatan has done since getting into the UFC. But let's talk about these two fights, because I think this fight is going to be a very interesting fight. Most people don't know that these two are actually fighting in this UFC 311 card. Most people don't know that these two people are also one of the most interesting fighters, exciting fighters currently in the UFC. If your Poatan is not in the light heavyweight champion, one of these two could be the light heavyweight champion at the moment. We all know how they lost against Poatan, so I don't want to bring Poatan into their own legs. These are two fighters, exciting fighters that in this fight, anyone that win has a potential to face Poatan again in the future. So who do I think is going to win? I think Hiri Prohaska is a very good fighter, massive fighter. He's unpredictable. He could southpaw, he could do normal. It's just different. Only that he couldn't find a way to beat Alex Poatan because he brings his hand down a lot. And when you're fighting Poatan, you have to be ready everywhere, because Poatan is super technical and very strong and powerful. But I think this fight is going to be interesting. Jamal Hill on the other side, we didn't get to see him a lot fighting Poatan. We might make excuse for him because the referee got kind of interrupted that fight, and Poatan took advantage of that and knocked him out. But I would say this fight is an interesting fight. If you ask me who is going to win, I honestly don't know. I just think these two people are going to be down there making it bloody, and they're going to give us this exciting fight. I feel excitement in this fight, and I think Jamal Hill will get this done. I'm sorry, guys. This is my prediction. I just think Jamal Hill will just get this done based on the last two fights of watching Hiri Prohaska. It was really bad against Poatan, and we didn't get to see Jamal Hill fight really well, like go 3 rounds with Poatan. So I just say Jamal Hill based on the interaction he had with Poatan in the UFC fight camp, which he had. We all know the famous confrontation between Jamal Hill and Alex Poatan. So I would love to see Jamal Hill win. So I go for Jamal Hill. I don't know by decision. Could be knockout. It could be decision. I just think Jamal Hill is going to win. The co-main event between Umar Nurmagomedov and the champion, Tvashvili. I mean, that is amazing. That is 100% amazing. That's a big fight. That's a big fight. We all know that there's a bad blood between two people. I don't know if it's a bad blood or they just hit each other, but especially Merab just don't like this guy because of what has been coming out, what Umar has been tweeting lately, that he's scared of fighting him. I mean, I don't think Merab is scared of fighting Umar, although Umar is a big threat to Merab in the division. I just feel like this fight is going to be one of these boring fights, where two of them stay in the ground, they can't box. These are two wrestlers. I think it's going to be a little bit boring, but If I'm going to choose a winner, you can't bet against the Khabibs, the Dagestanis. You can't just bet against Dagestanis. You can't bet against Dagestanis. They are very, very, very good fighters. So in this fight, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think first and foremost, we should know that these two people are high level wrestlers, and they are good, well-rounded fighters. So that's why I said they have this similar kind of fight. You know, the only thing that could be a little bit explosive is Merab being more rounded than Umar. But Umar in the wrestling ground is impossible to beat that guy. So that's why I said I think Umar is going to get this done. I knew Umar. Did I 100% sure? I don't think so, but I think Umar will get this done because you cannot just bet against the Dagestanis, most especially people who have trained with Khabib and his father. They come out very good. Very, very good. Let's go to the main event between Islam Makachev and Arman Sakurian. I mean, this is a very, very big fight. They had history before. I mean, they had history, yes. Their first fight ended in decision, or I think Islam submitted in, but I think it was in decision. This, like, just like Merab and Umar, this fight as well is the same thing. Two of them can't stand up that much. Although Islam Makachev striking is really, really good. Islam Makachev, you know what he did to Alex Volkanovski. He could still knock people out. Islam Makachev has knocked people out. Well, could I say that for Arman Sakurian? I mean, Arman Sakurian has already had knocked out in his career, but most of his fights are finishes from wrestling and all these things. So I think it will come down to who wants it more, and who wants it more is going to be to come out to be the champion. It's a very tough fight, but I can't bet against Islam Makachev. I think at the moment, pound for pound is the best. He's the best fighter at the roster at the moment when it comes to pound for pound. And then betting against Islam Makachev is like throwing your money away to the bush. So for me, I think Islam Makachev is going to get it done either by knockout or either by submission, because I don't see any way Arman Sakurian is going to defeat this guy. But if he does, that will be the first shocking event of 2025. That means we're going to have a very surprising 2025. These are my predictions, guys. Thank you for staying with me. I appreciate the love you guys showing to me. Like, comment, subscribe. Remember, it's a new YouTube channel. We're getting improvement. We're improving every day, and I'll make sure that I get you the best content as possible, as quick as possible. Until next time, guys.